Hello and welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's do a prelude roll for a solo challenge. If it doesn't seem fun, it could be fun. Then we could go for something else. But this is actually an incredibly fortuitous start. Where is the city greeneries? Okay, not perfect. What would we want to start with? There's so much here. So we play Mining Guild, which means that every time we get a placement for metal income, we get a bonus. We play the Great Aquifer and an eccentric sponsor versus 18 gold. You know what? We'll play the eccentric sponsor. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Anything that has a building tag, we almost want to automatically grab. But I'm thinking towing a comet. Like, you don't get the whole value out, but you do get, I mean, we don't really need the ocean placement. Still, I think it's great. So we start with the aquifer, and we get the 2 metal placements. Then we eccentric sponsor, and that makes towing a comet completely free. We go over here and get that greenery. Oh, and there's optimal arrow braking. Unfortunately, it was after... But now, look at this. We have all this steel, natural preserve. We'll go grab a card. And now we're adjacent for a mining area. So the mining area goes down. And we have a titanium income and a titanium up front. Urbanized area is interesting. Cloud seeding is actually interesting. I don't think it's what we want to play right now. But between that and the black polar, we can go into some negative income, but then have heat and plant income. Our money's precious. We have like a ton of, but we have a ton of metals. That's like the run. That's the vibe of this run. What's better, cloud seeding or black polar dust? I think you go for the cloud seeding and then the black polar dust. It hurts your income a little bit less, but also when we black polar dust for some plants, we should be in the good. We can also get across here. Oh, that might be nice. I'll show what I mean here in a second, just with our ocean placement. Miranda Resort, we don't have any earth tags. We're looking for energy though. So now we play the black polar, and that goes here. And then because we have like infinite steel, this placement is just considered free in my books. That gets us up to the 8th plant. And now we are in a top spot. We definitely don't need to buy more metal production as is. Go down into this green area. We need energy quite badly. Space events are good though, and that will get us kind of off the ground here, because optimal arrow braking is good, and then this is going to get us a ton of heat. It actually got us 6 heat there, which was really good. I could buy up my steel income, but at this rate, it doesn't really feel like we're gonna need it. Not soon enough, at least. Energy. There it is. This is what I wanted. Even Tropical Resort is interesting for the end of the game. Everything else is kind of meh. So, energy. We don't have to overpay yet. That's 2 energy. I still want to put placements in Steel Land to continue our steel production gain. So down here is really good for that. And then we'll use another energy to get more titanium. And I can hold on to my steel for now. The colonizer training camp, I'm looking at you. I'm thinking about it. We're passing with a lot of money in steel right now, which is not what we wanted. This is pretty good though. How many plant tags do we actually have? None. Okay, that's less good. But with a heat bump, and honestly, this placement... We'll do a card first. I know I just said I wanted to keep getting... I wanted to keep getting things. And that thing is a steel placement, because then that ups our steel income. But, like, I don't have enough to do with it yet. What is this steel? So we buy you. Honestly, I think it's time to buy a heat income. Bam. Or not a heat. We buy heat income. Oh my god. We buy heat bump, which gets us the heat income for free, is what I meant to say. But then my English is just like, you know, not super hot. A plant tag, though. We like that. And some building tags. And a space event. That was a really good little card draw cycle there for us. Ice asteroid works for us. That's a plant and a plant. It gets us really close. Well, almost certainly we should be playing it. Yeah, we'll go in here for now. Make a placement area that works for us. How many building tags do we have? This is pretty good then. And then we'd also like to get this. We'd also like to get this. Now we're up to 4 plant income. There's the heat bump for another heat income. We have 5 steel left over. We have $12, and we're going to float a bunch of cash again. Cartel, we're not... Like, we have 3 plant or earth tags at this point, but it's really not worth going down that path, I don't think. Even getting the steel income is kind of meh, but I don't mind it because we have so much steel and it's not going into anything at the moment. Heat bump is good. What do I need to get the last plant tag? 12. Minus 12. That's a couple of heat bumps. Kind of looks like the only way right now. Still, we have standard technology, so let's go ahead and heat bump a couple times. Also, we can spend 6 tight or steel here, couple steel here, and then next turn we'll have enough heat to go and get our plant income to skyrocket. I could do it this turn, but I don't actually have enough plants and stuff for this anyway. I could buy standard projects. I don't know. It's just not really a good run for that. Like, we're kind of meh. This is really good. This is what we would have wanted forever ago. Sacrifice is not playable. Heat bump, heat bump. And now we actually finally, for the first time, don't have enough steel. Which means I should have bought my steel income up previously. We have the 3 plant tags. Let's get this bad boy. We have 8 income for plants right now. Let's go ahead and pick up a steel, which gets us a steel income. That's fine. Let's not get these 2 points. They're very cheap. Let's get a development center for more card draw. IO is not really what we're looking for, but a little bit more heat income is fine. It gets us a card draw, and that got us a mangrove, all of which are fine. I don't know. These seem decent. It's not really gonna net profit, but it could save us. But we can't really steelworks unless we get 2 energy production, and that does not seem likely. Let's draw a card. Not to mention, I really want 3. Would we ever standard project buy 3 power income? Would you? Would I? I think I would. 1, 2... It's $24 because of rebates. And we're gonna end up much stronger for it. 1, 2, there's only 3 cities on Mars. We're gonna pass, it's fine. Aquifer pumping, I mean, open city's nice. Aquifer pumping, we have 2 oceans spoken for, so we really only need 1 more. We draw a card. Immigrant City? Okay. So that means that we're going to play enough cards that this makes sense. Come over here. We use that energy. Boom. And then Open City, Immigrant City. All these things are going to work really well for us at the very end of the game. I'm thinking Mangrove is going to go here. Yeah. Ice cap melting. Where does this go? Make this pocket. Mangrove requires 1 more oxygen bump because that will give us a heat bump. Then Mangrove. It's crazy that I still need more energy. We have 2 heat bumps next round. Like, what I'm thinking, and like, it's crazy, but I think it's amazing, is that we get an immigrant city here. We do a, like, you know, whatever city through here. We do a open city over here. Like, I'm literally talking about 3 cities right now, but we only have 2 oxygen bumps next turn. But with this plant and this plant and these plants and these placements, I think that we're gonna be in a good spot. Let's just pass and see what happens. Okay, the heat bumps we don't need. The capital is a good change of pace. The nukes we don't need. The Deimos Down we don't need. The 6 titanium though. It's not going to be used otherwise. It still doesn't make sense to do Deimos Down. We can go for this point. And like maybe we'll draw something else. But bam. Bam. An ocean! There we go. That's awesome. So that's really good. Heat bump, heat bump. I'm gonna play the capital because I like it. I want to play the open city. On principle, I should play the immigrant city first. But like, now I don't even know where I'd want to put it. A point here and then connect for 2 points. Point here. Oh, actually. That's pretty great, actually. So here. Whatever. Immigrant city. For a card. Don't need it. It's fine. Urbanized. Here. I mean, we're basically just pretending to be Tharsis. Let's not be too crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Open city gives us a couple of plants, so that's fine. Then it's a greenery next door. This is just a point and 3 plants, but like that's exactly what we need. So we buy that. That's a greenery here. And then greeneries are worth 2 points right now, so I could buy 2 of them. And we could get a little bit of money back from placing them. That's fine. But I mean, obviously this is better for 2 points. And then what? How many Jovians do we have? Just the one. So this is 2 points for $40. Seems pretty bad. 21 when you consider all the titanium. I think we're gonna place at least 1 greenery. That'll get us some adjacency money. Then a 2-pointer is pretty amazing. And a 1-pointer is fine. And a sell. I don't even have to sell because I have titanium, but you know, that's fine too. All right, we didn't lose. And we got to play a bunch of cities. And we get a bonus greenery. And we have 17 points on cards. That's not that bad. It's not that bad. 13, 18, and then 17 for 106. Man, I really want to have a blow-up game, though. Where's the blow-up game? Why am I doing, like, on average 10 standard projects per run these days? I don't know. I don't make the rules. I hope you enjoyed. I sure did. Once again, closing the video warning. You have, like, 10 seconds to like and subscribe and everything else. Or maybe I'm going to cut you off early.